Hey guys, what's up? It's Snake here. I know I said my last video was going to be my last video until Moon came out, but I hadn't seen the gameplay footage yet that was on G4, so I didn't talk at all about the gameplay footage in the last video. So let's go ahead and do a quick video talking about all the gameplay stuff that we've recently seen just in the last couple of hours here. First off, the gas zombies, the gas crawlers, are crazy looking. They apparently like jump and almost teleport ahead as they're running at you, so this is going to make things a little bit more hectic when dealing with those guys. We know now that the new perk is called Mule Kick, not Tequila whatever triple or whatever it was. It's called Mule Kick now, which I don't understand. I don't get the name, but maybe we'll figure it out when we're playing the game. The other interesting thing is there's a new drop, and in the video we see the drop is a shotgun. But I'm curious now if maybe the drop is random, so it could be any gun, not just a shotgun. And the other question too is the new drop directly related to you picking up Mule Kick? Like, do you have to get Mule Kick and then you get the drop and that's how you get the third gun? Who knows? You know, maybe it's only shotguns, maybe it's all guns that will have the drop. Maybe it'll only affect the people with Mule Kick, maybe it won't. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Hopefully, that's not the case. Hopefully you can just buy another weapon off the wall or hit the box again. Hopefully you don't have to pick up a shotgun as your third weapon. Of course, I'm sure you could trade that gun out after you got the shotgun, but, you know, we'll just have to wait and see as far as what that drop really means. The other interesting thing is the mask doesn't look like it has to be purchased. It looks like we always have it and we just, you know, press the up D-pad in order to switch it on and off. So maybe it's not something we have to buy, and if it's not something we have to buy, then maybe it won't get broken like I was thinking about in the last video that I put out. So that's kind of neat. At the same time, it would be kind of fun if our masks could get broken. It would add like another level to the game, a little bit more difficulty, which is always fun to have. There's going to be launch pads instead of the water spouts, so there'll be ways to like jump into other areas. Who we haven't really seen for sure yet if the launch pads just work one directionally, so you jump from one to the next, or if you just jump on it and then when you jump up you can literally push in whichever direction you want to go. The dogs, the hellhounds, have seemed to come back, and it looks like both the hellhounds and the crawlers, of course, are going to be just like the flaming zombies or the napalm zombies or the screechers or anything like that. They're just going to be regular zombies that enter the round at any time and just start running up and attacking you. So there's not a specific round for the dogs anymore, which, you know, again makes it just that much more difficult. The wave gun now, when it's split up, is called Porter's X2 Zap Gun Dual Wield. And obviously, if it's Porter's X2, that must be, it appears to be the pack-a-punched version of the wave gun, because they are red bullets when the guy in the video is shooting it. So possibly it's just going to be called the Dual Wield Zap Gun when it's not pack-a-punched. Unless, of course, the only way to be able to separate it is by pack-a-punching the weapon. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one as well. The other thing I wanted to talk about, too, was the possession, or what appears to be a possession. That's what everybody's calling it. What appears to be one of your other teammates grabbing you and teleporting you to another part of the stage. Now, this is really interesting because there's another part in the video where we see another person who has the red name above their head, and it's called Spationaute Laura. Now, what's the connection between Spationaute Laura and your other character, one of your teammates being possessed? Who knows? Does Spationaute Laura run around and infect you, and then once you're infected, you run around and attack your own teammates? Do you have control over yourself when you're possessed? Like, how does that work? Do you just sit there and watch the screen? Does it only last for a certain amount of time? Perhaps that's what they're talking about as far as the achievements. When you get put into the holding area, what if that's what happens? You get put into the holding area, and then your body is running around without you, teleporting people to different places, being possessed with the red, with the red indicator above the head. And then in order to bring you back, they just have to kill your body, maybe, or they have to do something special, some sort of thing to bring you back into your body from the holding area. So perhaps that's what the whole possession thing is you being put into the holding area, and in order to get the achievement, you have to be pulled back out. And now, let's go ahead and talk about Spationaute Laura. Now, Spationaute is a French word, and it just means astronaut. Or, well, technically it just means spaceman, but Spationaute, cosmonaut, astronaut, it's all the same party, all the same thing, pretty much. But the fact that it's French is interesting. First off, Laura, not quite sure who that is, but I did do a search as far as French female astronauts, and I came up with the person Claudia Hagenere, I think is the correct way to say it. I'm not sure how to pronounce French last names, but she was the very first female astronaut, and obviously she was French. But the really interesting thing about her, the reason why I think she does connect to our zombie storyline, even though her name's not Laura, is because she went crazy. After she came back down to Earth, she was doing research at some laboratory in France, in Paris, and back in, I think, 08 or 09, she started to go crazy, and she actually tried to kill herself by taking a bunch of pills. And the last thing she said before she fell into a coma was that the Earth must be warned. But warned about what? Who knows? Okay, so just to begin with, the fact that she went crazy, said the Earth had to be warned, and went into a coma after trying to commit suicide is already crazy enough. But the other interesting thing about her is that she was researching human alien DNA. She was at the forefront of this research dealing with human alien DNA, and either shortly after or shortly before she went crazy, her laboratory, or the laboratory she was doing research at, caught on fire, and the whole thing burned down. Very interesting stuff. Very conspiracy theory-esque, if you will. And the other really strange thing about her, too, is that she's been said to believe in Nibiru. And Nibiru, for those of you who don't know, is believed to be the 9th planet in our solar system. Of course, 9th or 10th, however you want to say it, Pluto kind of got knocked out of the running because its orbit is not exactly the same shape as our orbit or something like that. I don't understand why they got rid of Pluto, but they did. But Nibiru is apparently another planet that's actually orbiting the sun in the right pattern, I guess, to be a planet, but it's orbiting in a different, on a different plane, on a different angle. So I guess if you were to look at it the sun's in the center and all the planets are left to right, they're on let's call it the X plane, going left to right. Well, this planet is not quite on the Y plane, but it's almost perpendicular. It's rotation around the sun. And I guess it orbits really far out there, and that's why we've never noticed it before. But supposedly it's this extra planet, and it's where the alien race that first came to Earth long ago, we're talking back during the pyramid times, they came here and they started breeding a slave race, which is us. We're their slave race. We're built or made or created just like them, but we only use 5% of our brain as opposed to 100% like they do. And of course, we're just a slave colony, pretty much. But apparently she believed in this stuff. And again, these aliens came down to Earth. They showed us how to build the pyramids and all that stuff. The pyramids, the Illuminati, the giant pyramid-looking monolith, or whatever you want to call it, that's in the gameplay trailer. It's like a giant, black, smooth-looking pyramid. I don't know, all this stuff is starting to come together. It's tying in together, and the story is looking crazier and crazier by the day. So I really can't wait till Tuesday. Tuesday's going to be an exciting day for everybody. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to find out more about Nibiru, if you want me to do another video on it, even if it doesn't necessarily end up tying in with the storyline, go ahead and let me know, because this is some pretty crazy stuff, just what I found in the past hour or so researching online. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget, go ahead and leave your comments below. Check me out on Twitter and Facebook. There's links on my page, and I might as well go ahead and put some links down in the description too. So until next time, peace out.